Welcome to Bill's Bridge class, Class 69. What is a discard? When you are unable to follow suit, you make a discard. You pitch a card of another suit, and what you pitch tells partner and declare, if he's watching, different things. It may give you count, it may be a suit preference, or it may be something entirely different. Discards are not simple. Typically, a discard is a suit preference signal. There are three basic conventions you might want to use when discarding: standard, Leventhal, or odd-even. There's another method not recognized in the U.S. called Finch. And there are some other carding signals which you would put on your convention card. For example, in this convention card we have other count signals and attitude signals, but here I want to emphasize Leventhal, odd-even. We also have Mark Smith echo and suit trump preference, which we've talked about in past classes. Start with some definitions. And we're talking about discards strictly at this point. There are standard discards. Play a relatively high spot card indicates interest in the suit you are discarding, and discarding a low spot card is a discouraging of the leading of the suit discarded. In no trump, and often in trump as well, you would prefer a negative discard because you want to save your high card, your spot cards. They might actually win tricks. First, let's cover Leventhal discards. I like Leventhal discards against no trump, not necessarily against trump suit. Playing Leventhal, the first and only discard that you make, works as follows. First of all, the discard of the suit you don't like says you don't want the suit you discarding. What it does say is a low spot card says you want the lower ranking of the remaining non-trump suits, while a high or relatively high spot card says you like the higher ranking one. Let's look at an example. Let's say diamonds are lead. You have no diamonds. A high heart is discarded, would say you want the high ranking suit, not hearts, so it must be spades. A low heart pitch would say you don't want hearts, you don't want diamonds, so it would be clubs. I'd also like to note that further discards after the first one, you use the so-called standard signals. Then there's the odd-even, sometimes called Roman discards. How do they work? Playing odd-even, your first discard and only the first discard works as follows. If you throw an odd spot card, 3, 5, 7, or 9, it says you like the suit you discarded from, continue it. If you play an even discard, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10, it says you do not like the suit you discarded from, and if it's a 2 or a 4, a low even card, you prefer the lower ranking suit, not the suit discarded, while the 8 or the 10 indicates the higher ranking suit. A 6 is indifferent. It says you don't care, you can't tell the difference, or maybe you didn't have the right spot card anyway. That's one of the problems. And of course, after the first discard, further discards use standard signals. On the subject of signals, there are other signals for both count and attitude signals. In particular, there's the upside down signals. They're exactly the same as we said, except they're upside down. For example, to apply the attitude or count signal for an attitude signal, a low pip card is encouraging, while a high pip card is discouraging. The concept is it saves a high spot card, so you're not throwing away a potential loser. And that actually makes a lot of sense, but you need to think a little more for it. So that's certainly an alternative approach. For count signals, you can do the same thing. High-low used to mean even versus odd. Now a low is for even and a high is for an odd. Up to you. two different chickens. Get an example of a defensive discard in a real hand. You are east, the dealer is south, neither side is vulnerable, and bidding goes 1 spade, 2 hearts, 4 spades, all pass. And partner leads the ace of hearts. Down comes dummy. Partner cashes 3 rounds of hearts. You give him the high-low count, and on the third trick you have an opportunity to discard. What is your discard? The standard discard, because you want a diamond lead, would be the 10 of diamonds. High spot card says I want the suit led. Or the 2 of clubs says I don't want clubs led. And spades are trumps, so it probably means diamonds. If you play Laventhal, you would probably pitch the 2 of clubs. I don't want clubs led. I want the lower ranking suit, which is diamonds. If you play odd or even, you would play either the 3 of diamonds, saying it's odd, so I want diamonds, or the 10 of clubs, saying I want the higher ranking suit, which is diamonds. Now let's see what really happens. If West doesn't switch to a diamond, South makes the hand because he pitches 2 losing diamonds on the 3rd and 4th club. So you must switch to a diamond or declare makes his hand. Make the most descriptive discard available. You know, bridge is a partnership game, and your partner may not know what you know. When possible, tell him. Here's an example. You lead the 4 of spades from your queen 10 4th. Partner's 9 goes to declarer's jack. You know that spades are dead because declarer has the ace and the king. If you have an opportunity early to make a discard, discard a spade, specifically the 2 of spades. The 2 of spades shows 2 things. Number 1, it shows your partner that spades are not establishable. Don't bother returning a spade. You know it. He may not. And secondly, that you started with 5 spades because you led the 4 and now you're showing the 2, and the 2 is the lowest, so you must have precisely 5. You're telling partner a great deal with that discard. A whole series of discard rules that we're going to go through, both this session and the next, so let's begin. Rule number 1. When discarding from an honor sequence, discard the highest card of the sequence, the one you would have led. It helps your partner. Rule number 2. When making a discard in dummy's strong suit, and you have no stopper, give count in that suit. Here's an example. Dummy has a very dangerous club suit. Partner is leading diamonds. You're voiding diamonds. You have 4 clubs to the 10. And you know that the 10 is not going to win a trick. Whoever has the ace is going to cash the first trick and king, queen, jack clearing out. So discard the 10. Again, that tells partner a great deal. The 10 will never take a trick, so you're not throwing anything away, and your partner knows before the suit is even broken that you have an even number. That may help him decide what to do, whether to hold up or maybe to make a more aggressive defensive play. Discard rule number 3. When discarding from the suit that partner has led, discard high from 2 remaining cards, low from 3. A good way to think of it is discard the card you would have returned had you won the trick. Here's an example. Partner leads the 4 of hearts against a no-trump contract. You hold king 9-8-2. You play the king, declare takes the ace. Sometime later in the play, you have the opportunity to discount a heart. Discard the 2. That's the card you would have returned had you won the first trick. Partner, upon winning the lead, starting with queen 10 5th, knows that you started with 4 hearts and the jack will fall on the queen so he can lead the suit profitably. You've given him a count, actually, by the discard. Rule number 4. Use the rule of 11 when discarding. Another way to say it is let partner in on the secret. Don't be the only person knowing the story. Here's a real example hand. Dealer is south. Neither side is vulnerable. You are east, and this is your hand. The bidding goes pass, pass, one no trump by one diamond by north, two no trump by south, three no trump by north, all pass. Partner leads the six of spades. Dummy comes down. At trick 1, you play the jack, lowest equal, to declares king. Now you know from the rule of 11 that declare has no more spade suckers. We saw this a few hands back. But partner does not know this. Declare now plays on diamonds, a dangerous diamond suit. And partner hopefully has the ace, so he's going to hold off. What you need to do first of all, give a count. You play the 9 and then the 7. And on trick 4, declare leads a diamond to partner's ace. You have an opportunity to discard. What do you discard? Surprise. Discard the queen of spades. Why? West understands. He knows what you knew, and now you both know, because here's the whole hand. Partner now can cash out. He's got 4 spade tricks. Down 1. Well done, defense. And you thought discards were simple. We have a ways to go, as a matter of fact. It's more than just throwing away your losers. There's a lot to this game. We have more rules tomorrow. See you then.